Hello everybody, welcome. Let me know if you can hear everything okay. Music in the background and all of the people.
All of the people.
Person.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? So
Good.
just nice
Sorry,
music
that's
changes.
us.
Yeah. No,
Are we
it's just
talking to us?
all of a sudden just start dancing away. It's great. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. We are, as you can see, a few players short today. But that's not going to stop us today, because today we're doing a leveling up session. So everyone's leveled up now to level 5, or should they choose, remain level 4 and multi-class, take a level in something else. So we'll go through the characters and we'll sort of like see where we're all at, and then depending how long it takes us to level up, we'll see where that goes after that. If you remember correctly, the last session, the group had defeated a chimera, so there was no small feat, although they made it really easy, annoyingly enough. And as a result, then afterwards they went back to the town, to the inn, where they were celebrated, drinks all around, music, and that's kind of like where we left them. We said that you've leveled up, we've left them there. They had the opportunity to go and do a long rest, and we're going to do that long rest after we work on this level up. So we'll take it one step at a time, and we'll see how everybody's doing, where we're at, and what we're going to do. First, we'll do our standard introductions of everybody. So from my end, on the top left of my screen, we have Marcella. Or Kim.
Yeah, so I'm Kim and I play Marcella, and it's been a hot minute because I wasn't even here last session. But yeah, I'm a monk, and I feel very nervous at the moment.
That's all right.
I feel caught off guard all of a sudden, even though I knew this was coming.
It's been a while. This is what happens
Like-
when you take a small break and then all of a sudden you're thrown back into it. You're like, what was I doing?
Right, I did not prepare in my brain.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm a very very positive person, although my appearance doesn't. It's all coming back to me. I had like a moment where I just like panicked. But yeah, so like I'm a very positive person. I have my sister-in-law below me.
That's right.
And yep. And yeah.
No place I'd rather be than below Kim. Just saying.
Yes, and you were missed. Michelle says you were missed. You were absolutely missed. We missed some of that monk action against the chimera. Would have been good to see you in action, but yes, you are here now, and that's all that matters. So we are happy to have you. Right, now next to Marcella on my screen is Snickle, or Mo.
Hello. Yes, I am Snickle Mo. I am playing a Goblin Ranger.
Oh, no, yes, of course. I just read CG's message. He said CG's not well today, which is why he can't be here, but he's watching. Hi, CG.
Hello.
CG says, decided to multi-class as a bard. So we're going to have a druid bard on the team, which is very exciting. Oh, and Ash is here too. Hi, Ash. How are you doing?
Are we going to start a band?
Huh?
Are we going to start a band?
I'm going to start a band. Anna Banana is also here. Yes, so the Goblin Ranger, Snickle.
Yes, that is me. What else is there to say about God? He is a vegetarian.
He's a vegetarian.
Apparently.
That's true.
He hates plants.
He hates plants, but he's a
everything
vegetarian.
around his character is revolving around plants, whether he eats them, hates them, uses their powers.
It's just like every kid just eating broccoli, but at the same time just crying into the broccoli. I hate you so much.
He's very green as well. So
Yeah, he is very green.
The goblin.
Oh, it's amazing. Okay, and then to my immediate lower right, we have Thundara.
I'm Shasta. I'm playing Thundara, a Goliath barbarian who is very rough and tumble, but also a dainty little princess.
That she is.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's
My
good.
tits are currently out because my dress hasn't been altered yet.
That's true. Her dress is torn and she was bleeding from the nips. So just keep that image
Just
in
like
mind.
Michelle!
Well, actually, no, hold on. No, oh yeah, just like me. But hold on. You were, but do you remember that they are now bandaged? You do have a bandage
Oh, that's
cloth.
right.
Yes,
Right.
because Nora
Darn.
did bandage you up.
What if I just I feel better?
I mean,
You know.
you are bandaged, but that doesn't mean that the cleavage isn't on show. So she's like
Thanks.
taped your boobs together. So yeah, you're all right.
Good compromise. Thanks.
There you go. But because you're so tall, no one can really appreciate looking down at. They just have to look. I mean, they get under boob, I guess.
Under boob is kind of OP mode.
Yeah, under boob. And Derek's like, yeah, I've seen that. I've been there. All right,
Oh,
and then let's move on to Derek immediately to the right of Thundara.
So I'm Dirk. I'm playing Welvrin, a Drow Warlock, and I have a job as a bakery assistant.
You do. This is your defining feature, your role.
In this world, it is.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Complete with apron.
Because you watch other D&D streams or D&D sessions, and it's like, hi, I'm Sparkle Mick, fancy name, and it's this tragic backstory, and I'm on this quest to find the lost love of my life, and we're all like, I'm a baker, my tits are out, I'm a vegetarian. I love us so much.
Hey, look, man. Each group is their own. You know, I mean, we do some crazy shit that other people wouldn't even dream of.
Bag jazzles, baby.
Bag jazzle, precisely. The absurdism is real. Yes, it is. So we're gonna start with our leveling up. I guess it makes. I know that Kim may have to disappear shortly, depending on arrival
In
of something.
2 to 4 hours. So we may be done with leveling up at that point.
Yeah.
By the time we get here, I just wanted to let you know just in case.
Possibly. Yeah, that's
it's
true. But we can start with the monk leveling up, right? And we can see where you want to go and what you want to do. And on top of that, I have the additional books now, so the expansion stuff. So I can give you some options to see where you want to go with your monk. So
I was actually
tell me.
thinking of multi-class at the bar as well.
We are literally just gonna have a band.
What instrument
Take
will you
it.
play?
I mean, Thundara already has. What do you have? You've got an
I
instrument.
have the flute.
You have a flute.
I have a flute, apparently.
But can you play it?
Don't we all?
I bet Marcella would beat a nice tambourine.
Well, no, she would have to be percussion. It have to be percussion.
What would a tambourine be?
Yeah, percussion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just
No.
check.
It wouldn't just be tambourine though. She'd need a full drum kit, you know.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
That would be.
I mean, she's got that.
sick.
She's got that dexterity. But
Yes.
that being said, what is your charisma level? What's your score in charisma?
I'm being silly.
Oh, did you not actually want to be a bard?
No, I don't want okay. I don't want to go through all of this work for the bit, okay, and then turn around and nobody else is saying anything.
So she didn't want to be you legit made Shasta really excited then. She actually thought that we were going to have a full-on band.
I can still get a tambourine. I can still get it. I may not be good at it. I may not have like benefits and things like that. I could totally be a part of the band. I just will bring us down a little bit.
Derek, you need to fess up, man.
I sent a message this morning that said that we should all say that we were going to multi-class as bards.
Nice. Is that why CG said it too?
CG
I was really hoping CG would be a bard. That would be so good.
would be a great bard.
Yeah, I would legitimately make a great bard.
Yeah, you
My
would.
charisma's 18.
You would be such a good bard. Like, oh my, why didn't you all just be a bard?
I'm still for it, just saying.
You tried to troll me, but I mean, it's such a good idea. Did you think I would be like, you can't all just multi-class as bard? I'm like, yes, all of you do it. Let's have a 7-piece rock band. This will be the greatest thing ever.
The absurdity of it would get you.
No, not at all. I mean, you're coming at me, right, with absurdity. You are the group who created the name Vagjazzle. Like, there is literally nothing you can do that's going to make me think, are they trolling? Everything's just serious as far as I'm concerned. But okay, CG does not want to be up. But I'm disappointed, if anything.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mo.
It's okay. It's all right. You are forgiven. Okay, so
we all made a joke, and now he's upset.
I know.
It's just a prank, bro.
What are you doing, little sus? Okay.
Stop.
All right. So monk. You want to go down the monk,
yeah,
right?
So
you want to get to level 5 in your monk. Okay, that's good because the level 5 monk is super bloody powerful. Okay. Let me just check if there's anything in Tasha's Cauldron that we can add to level 5 monk that you wouldn't see in the normal rules. So I'm going to give you the 3rd level monk feature that isn't in the player's handbook. So this will kind of like backtrack from when you leveled up at level 3, but I'm going to give it to you now. So
okay,
if you spend 1 key point or more as part of your action on your turn, you can make 1 attack with an unarmed strike or a monk weapon as a bonus action before the end of the turn. So any action you do that uses a key point, you then get a free bonus action you can use your weapon or your fists for. Oh, sorry, Anna, you can't actually roll. Sorry, Anna, you can't actually roll d20s right now. I'm sorry, that is a lie because there's no.
You rolled
bot.
a 13.
Someone roll for me. I trust you.
Oh, actually,
I trust you.
You could actually run Mix It Up. There's no reason why I can't run Mix It Up right now. So
I know I have something that lets me, if I'm attacking with a monk weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if I'm using my key points, then I'm technically not attacking with a monk weapon. So, because when I attack with a monk weapon, I get a bonus attack.
Right, so that's for you.
That's
yeah, that's a bonus. That's you get an extra attack, right? Yeah, we'll look into this on your character sheet. This will be a bonus action as opposed to an extra action because it's one of your bonus things.
Okay.
That makes sense. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn off the sound alerts. There. Okay. So hopefully now people should be able to roll d20s in chat. One hopes.
Like in Twitch?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they're working. Okay, that's fine. The d20s and the YouTubes and stuff, they're all working. So you guys can go ahead and do those things. Okay. So let me bring up the monk sheet.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, if you roll a 1, you you get timed out. Oh my god. At least it's only 1 minute. I've been in streams where it times you out for 10 minutes. Oh, Michelle's gonna love that. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, so Unarmored defense, martial arts, the unarmored movement, monastic transition, deflect missiles. So you get all of those. This is just an additional. So you start beginning at first level.
What would you call this?
What do you mean? What would
You said it's under third, 3?
It's a third level ability. So you because you're at 5th level. I'm giving this to you already. So this is it's called. It has a name. It's called Key Fueled Attack. Or Chi Fueled Attack. It should be Chi, to be fair. Sorry, Michelle. I don't make the rules.
The emote still gets me.
Oh, every time. That sad emote just makes me say my first roll. That's what happened to me in Koala stream. I got timed out for 10 minutes. 10 bleeding minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah, that's a harsh timeout.
I would have left.
Yeah, I didn't. I stayed there until my 10 minutes was up and then I rolled again. Okay. So yeah, it's called a Key Fueled Attack. Yeah, so you can add that in. So that's a bonus action. Now, you can roll a d4 in place for normal damage. The die changes. When you use your attack action with an unarmed strike or monk weapon, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So remember, you only get one bonus action. Right? So, as in...
Right, but those are 2 different scenarios that are going to be triggered anyway, so they're not going to be triggered at the same time anyway.
Even if they were triggered at the same time, you choose which one you want.
Okay.
Right? Because it's your bonus action. So you can say, right, I attacked with my normal weapon, so I'm going to take this one. Or you could have, then later on, where you can actually use your key points to attack with a weapon as well. So you could do 2 things.
Okay.
And like a stunning strike, for example, and then you would get a bonus action that you could use. Again, you can choose which one do you want to do. Do I want to make another attack with my monk weapon as a bonus action, or again the same? Do I want to use this other one? They're both the same thing, so which is really strange. But yes, you can. Sometimes you can use your key point to make an attack not with a weapon, and then you'll get an attack with a weapon. So. Either way, you're all good.
Got it.
Like Flurry of Blows, for example. So you have Flurry of Blows, which is just punching. Right?
Yep.
And you use a key point to do that. Bam, 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 bam. If you do that, you'll now get the bonus action, where you can then make another attack with a weapon if you wanted to. Or with, again, another one with your fists.
Got it. Okay.
Now, the other thing you do get... You get another thing. You get quickened healing. So, as an action, you can spend 2 of your key points and roll what's called a martial arts dice, and you can regain the number of hit points equal to the number you rolled, plus your proficiency bonus. So at the moment, your proficiency bonus is 2. When you move to level 3, your proficiency bonus will become 3. So you can roll the martial arts die, which I have to check what die is, d6 or something, and then you can get that much health back.
Nice.
So you'll have to check what your martial arts die is. Is that your HP die? Bum, bum. I'm listening to the music now.
This music is like a lullaby. I am feeling nestled and nurtured and snoozy.
Should we turn it up to the boss music?
Oh god.
Martial arts die is what I'm looking for. Die! A d4. The die changes as you gain... Oh, and as you gain monk levels, right? So it's in the martial arts column. So there's a martial arts column in your sheet. Let's find our martial arts column, then we can see what you're at. And
in my sheet?
No, in the rules. I'm looking at it now.
Oh.
So I cannot remember all these things off the top of my head all the time. The die changes as shown in the martial arts column of the monk table. There's a martial arts. Aha, there you go. So it's a d4, d4, d4. Yeah, so when you're level 5, that martial arts dice becomes a d6. So this is called quickened healing. right? So
Okay,
on your
and it's a
turn,
D6.
yeah. So on your turn,
Because
you
we're
can
making
spend
it.
2 key points and roll it. So this is a perfect example of how you can use that bonus action. Because here you'll spend 2 key points to gain some health, but because you've spent key points, you can now take a bonus action to attack somebody if you want to. So,
I like it.
yeah, nice. Oh, thanks, Aces. Thank you so much for the resub. Right, so now let's get onto your actual level 5 abilities, right? That you're going to get. So at 5th level, your proficiency bonus, which was a +2, now goes to a +3. So you need to update that on your sheet. Get yourself a +3 proficiency bonus. Your martial arts die changes from a D4 to a D6. This is where things
Is there a
get really good.
spot on the paper that like I write my martial arts die, or do I just make it?
Just make a note of it. Once we do all this, I'll need you all to send me your sheets as well at the end, so we have an updated. So I have all your updated sheets. Should we change this to whimsical?
It should have been Derek and my wedding music. We feel so happy.
It's like it feels very autumnal though. Like there should be like red and brown leaves like falling slowly from the sky, like around
get
me.
that.
Yeah.
And I'm so dazed today. I keep peeking out of the corner of my eye at the little emote that Aces just used, and I just keep going.
Okay, so Kim, additionally now,
Yes.
your key points go up to 5. So
Heck yeah.
instead of 4 key points, you now have 5 key points that you can use. And you remember you regain them on a short rest.
Or a long rest. Right?
Or yeah, and a long rest.
Okay.
And now you get some cool extra shit! Oh my god, I'm so excited for you.
Thunder moves are about to get crazy.
Oh man, you're gonna have to whole new numbers now for the thunder moves. The thunder moves 3,432.
Oh god. We having a hard enough time thinking of 13.
Yeah, I know, right?
we really backed ourselves into a corner there.
Thunder move 13. But it's like, when they, all of a sudden it was like Windows this, Windows that, Windows XP, then all of a sudden Windows 10. It's like, well,
That's true.
other numbers. Went from
The other numbers.
we went from 7 to 8, and then we skipped 9 and went to 10. Like that's what they do sometimes. But like this one we were working on, but then it never came to fruition.
We just developed it on the 13th of April.
That's why it's called Thunder Move 13. It's not the 13th one. It's just
Yeah,
Thunder Move that we developed on the 13th of the month.
exactly.
There you go. Sparkling Calypsy. You let me know when you're ready, Kim, because I've got some other shit to blow your
Ready.
mind with. Okay.
Oh my god. I'm nervous.
Okay, that's cool. Do you remember what your monk's subclass is? The way of the
Open hand.
Was it open hand? I may have it written down somewhere if I can remember it. Players. Marcella PDF. I've got your old sheet right in front of me. Look at this. Fucking genius, yo. It's like I'm a DM with
I
stuff.
did not write it down.
It's okay.
I don't see it anywhere.
We got your Fey ancestry. This Fangs of the Fire Snake. So if you've gone down the Fire Snake, I think it's like the Way of the Fire or something. I'll have to check which one that is. Hold on. The Way of the 4 elements. Let me just check. Hold on. Yeah, Fangs of the Fire Snake. So what you've done, so you've gone down the way of the 4 elements. So you probably want to make a note of that so that you remember. And your elemental disciplines, you've gone like, so you've taken like Fangs of the Fire Snake, and I think you took a couple of other ones as well. Fist of Fist of Unbroken Air. I think you get Step of the Wind anyway. Yeah. Okay, cool. Fist of Unbroken Air. Yeah, that's cool. So those are really good attacks. Again, really, really good attacks. Now, what you additionally get at level 5 is Focused Aim. I actually want to write this one down. This is a good one.
Where are you reading this stuff?
This is all from...
Oh wait, no, I see it.
I don't know if this is there, but this is here, yeah. Focused Aim. It's in Tasha's Cauldron, so this is expansion stuff.
Got it.
And I will link you to it, but for now you just need to know, or write it down on your sheet, you get Focused Aim. When you miss an attack, you can spend up to 1 to 3 key points to increase your attack roll by 2 for each of these that you spend. So let's say you rolled a 14 but you needed a 16, you can spend 1 key point and turn that 14 to a 16. And each key point you spend gives you another +2. So, and you can spend up to 3 key points to get up to +6, which is pretty badass.
Okay.
And I think that's all from here, but that is in from the expansions, that's all you get. And now let's talk about what you get already. So that was just the expansions of what you get at level 5. Now your additional stuff, this is the really exciting things, you get extra attack, which is awesome.
Yeah.
The idea being that now, as a monk, you are... because remember that as a monk, your most important feature is your dexterity, your speed. You are now so well trained as a monk that you move like inhumanly fast, to the point where you can now take 2 turns in the space of 1 turn. That's how fast you are. So you can do a normal attack and you can do another attack, and that's not a bonus action. That's just 2 attacks in the space. Nice. So you get 2 attacks and then you get a bonus action as well. So you can theoretically make 3 attacks in 1 turn.
Right.
Yeah, by level 5. But basically no one stands a chance against you.
That is so cool.
Dendara's very excited. It's like, where's why 3 attacks? Right? So
I'm
now,
here for you.
The other thing you get, which I freaking love, one of my favorite monk abilities, is Stunning Strike. So when you hit another creature with a weapon, with your like quarterstaff, you can then spend a key point to attempt to stun it. If it fails its Constitution saving throw, it will be stunned until the end of your next turn. And if a stunned creature basically is completely incapacitated, it can't move, it can't speak, it fails its saving throws against strength and dexterity, and all attack rolls against it have advantage. So if you come first into the fight, you're against a big boss, you try to stun it, it fails its saving throw, for the entire round it can't take any turn, and everyone who attacks it has advantage on it.
Nice.
Do it twice because you get 2 attacks. If the first one fails, try again.
Yeah, that's true. You get it because you get 2 attacks, so you can try Stunning Strike once. If it fails, I mean, even if it fails, you can then spend key points to add some extra dice, or try it again on your second attack. So you get 2. So you can keep going. It's.
I feel like I'm gonna be sent into the middle of things first now.
No.
Technically, that is the job of the monk. The monk's job is to run in fast surprise everybody because you're so quick. So generally, because your dexterity is so high, that means that your initiative roll, which is your dexterity modifier, will be much higher than everybody else.
Right.
So technically, most of the time, you will be the first person in combat. So your thing is like run in there, smash them all up, stun them, do as much damage as possible. They're stunned, they can't attack, they don't get opportunity of attack. You run away, right? And then let Thundara come in and fucking wail on them.
And then take all of the damage.
Yeah, and then take all the damage when the But then there's no reason why on your next turn you can't come in and stun them again, and stun them again. This is exactly just FYI. This is exactly how I beat Balthazar in Baldur's Gate 3 with my monk. Went in, stunned him so he couldn't move and couldn't call any of his army of the dead, and just finished him off. Using loads of extra attacks and everything.
Go check out the video on Mo's YouTube. Command YouTube.
That's true. Command YouTube. Stun locking in D&D. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so that's stun. That's all of your stuff that you get. Do you have questions?
Not at the moment. I see them all listed here, so I'm going to take some time to write them all out. Word for word,
and just
on my paper.
Good. And also remember, like, just to study them, as in like to remember, to remind yourself that you have them, because what will happen is, again, as we go up more and more levels, you're going to get more and more abilities, and when you're in a fight, you're going to forget that you have all of these amazing abilities. That happens all the time, so it makes a lot of sense to kind of write these all down as little cards if you want. Actually, cards makes it's like, if you think of them like spells. So a lot of times in table, when we play around the table of D&D, wizards and sorcerers and stuff will actually have like cards of all of their spells, so that they remember all of the spells. Exactly. So if you write all of your abilities,
index cards. I don't use them for school. Might as well.
Yeah.
You know.
If you've got them, why not? So yeah, it makes a lot of sense if you're prone to forgetting all the abilities you have, write them down on like post-its or write them down on cards. So when you get into combat, you can easily just flick through cards and be like, oh, on this turn, I can do this, or I can do this, or I can do this, and then you don't forget.
Right. I like that. I like that a lot, actually.
Awesome. All right. If there's no other questions, I'll move on. But if you do have a question whilst you're thinking about it, or whilst you're writing your notes now, just interrupt.
Sounds good.
Cool. Mo.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing with your ranger?
So I think I sneakily might have upgraded my character last week.
That's good. I can tell you all the
but
other...
I don't know anything extra stuff.
I can tell you all the extra things that you're going to get anyway from expansions. So, Ranger class. Now, you originally got Natural Explorer, didn't you? Again, I've got your sheet. I can bring it up.
Yes.
Right. So, Natural Explorer. Now, you don't have to take this. Okay. This is just to let you know. Where's your... I do not have your sheet here. I do not have Snickle's sheet in front of me. Okay, this is upsetting. So, in addition to Natural Explorer, what they've done is they've changed it, and they've got something called Deft Explorer
instead of Natural Explorer.
Yeah, it replaces. Now you don't have to take this; it's up to you, because again, these are optional because they're expansion. But the Deft Explorer, you are an unsurpassed explorer and survivor, both in the wilderness and in dealing with others on your travels. You gain the Canny benefit below, and you gain an additional benefit when you reach 6th level. So the Canny benefit at 1st level, choose one of your skill proficiencies, and your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check that you make using that skill. You can also speak, read, and write 2 additional languages. So any skill that you're proficient in, you can double the bonus for it. And any ability check you make that uses that chosen skill.
So basically everything I have like ticked,
yeah,
the proficiency bonus is doubled.
You can double the proficiency
Why
for
would I
one
not take
of
that?
the skills. Well, what does Natural Explorer give you?
Nothing that exciting as far as I remember.
Yeah, so they've changed it
have a
to
look.
make the Ranger class a bit better.
See. Natural. Laura, you're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment. It's just like difficult terrain doesn't slow you down.
Yeah, so that all goes away.
If you're traveling alone, you can move stealthy when you forage. It's more of a tracker thing. It's like doesn't improve stats necessarily. It
Yeah.
just makes you
And as
find
CG,
stuff out.
yeah, as CG has pointed
On
out
your
here,
own.
the original Ranger in 5e is not as good, right?
Yeah.
And so they've made it better in Tasha's Cauldron. So if you choose this, then yeah, basically take one of your skill proficiencies, and then you can double that bonus.
One of your skill proficiencies means like what exactly?
So you've got, that list of skills.
Yes.
So like
Let's
athletics,
pick one of them,
this,
you mean.
this, right? So you choose one of them that you feel is going to be whichever one you're proficient in, but the thing that you think that your character will get used the most. Because when you're like, oh, I'm going to, I don't know, run through the trees or whatever the hell it is that you want to do, I'm going to be like, okay, fine, I want an acrobatics check. Yeah? And then you can be like, oh, cool, well, my proficiency's doubled because that's the one I chose to double. That's the one I chose to be the best in. Right? So you don't have to choose it now, but just think about what you want and then just do it on your sheet.
Okay, so what was this called again?
This is
I'll
called
change.
Canny.
Canny Explorer.
Well, it's called Deft Explorer, which is the overall
Deft Explorer.
thing. And at first level, you get Canny. At 6th level, you get something called Roving, which increases your walking speed by 5, and you gain a climbing speed and a swim speed equal to your walking speed instead of half.
Explorer Canny, I'll just put it down.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah,
Cool.
I can. I'll probably increase my stealth.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll do that now.
Stealth. Okay, cool.
So the proficiency bonus is 3 already at
So
level
you'll be
5, so it gets a plus 6.
6 for that one skill.
Plus 11 stealth, baby.
Pretty badass. It's a pretty badass.
I'm just gonna be invisible the whole time.
Yeah. Hello, you don't see me.
Constantly camouflaged.
Yeah. So the other thing, first level ranger feature, which replaces the favored enemy. So there was one called favored enemy. Now they've got one that's called favored foe. So similar, but when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can call on your mystical bond with nature to mark the target as a favored enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration. And for the first time on each of your turns that you hit the favored enemy and deal damage, including when you mark it, you can increase the damage by 1d4. So kind of like a Hunter's
Just like
Mark type deal.
the spell Hunter's Mark or something.
Yeah, kind of like a Hunter's Mark. So you can use it instantly on the turn when you first hit it. And then you can, every other time that you hit it for a minute, then you can keep adding 1d4s to it. 1d4s.
So is this still? It's not favored enemy anymore. What is it called?
It's called Favored Foe.
Favored.
I think it's slightly different. It says you can use this feature to mark a favored enemy a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. So now 3 times, and you gain them all back when you do a long rest. And when you
so
reach
it's an actual currency.
Yeah, and when you get to level 6, that d4 becomes a d6, and then becomes a d8 at level 14. So it's basically just adding more damage for free.
And it's not even a spell.
It's not even a spell or anything. It's not even a bonus action. It's just included. Doesn't even. It's just a feature. Yeah. First say
Shopping cart.
Favored foe instead of favored enemy. Yeah.
Add to shopping cart.
Take it. And you also get some additional spells. So what spells do you have at the moment?
I've got 3 level 1s and I added the level 2 as well.
Okay.
So I've got Ensnaring Strike,
Yeah.
Hail of Thorns,
Mhm.
Hunter's Mark, which
Mhm.
is similar to that thing. And I added Spike Growth as well.
Okay. So now
Level
there are
2.
some additional spells that you can choose from. So I'll allow you, because we're giving you this information now, I'll allow you to go back and change your spells. Again, I can sort of like, you're only at 2nd level now, aren't you? 2nd level Ranger feature.
Second level
So
spells.
yeah, so this comes from 2nd level Ranger feature. The 1st level spells that you get to choose now, in addition to the other ones you could pick from, Entangle and Searing Smite.
I've seen those in BG2.
Yeah. And in level 2, you get Aid,
Yeah,
Enhance Ability, Gust of Wind, Magic Weapon, and Summon Beast.
Right.
So those are some additional. So you can look into them and you're like, oh, do I want to pick from any of these as well? So you can. At 3rd level, you get some more as well. Elemental Weapon, Meld to Soul, Revivify, and Summon Fae. Revivify is so OP for 3rd level.
What, just reviving dead people?
Yeah. I mean, you need the components for it. But, I mean, to be able to revive people, it's not cheap. I think it's like a fucking diamond. I think you need like a diamond to revivify, if I remember correctly.
Revivify.
Okay. Fighting style options, you've already picked
Are
your
these
fighting
spells
style.
somewhere online, or...?
Yeah, all of those spells should be in the normal on D&D Beyond. Like, you can search all the to find the definitions of what they all are. Like
So they're just standard spells. They're not new, but you can just choose them.
The only one that is new is Summon Beast, which is in Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So if you search Summon Beast online, you'll find out all the details of it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's another new expansion spell, basically. But you should be able to find it if you search online for it. Okay, so you've also got Primeval Awareness. Right, so that was at 3rd level, so it's changed to Primal Awareness now. You can focus your awareness through interconnections of nature. You learn additional spells when you reach certain levels in this class, if you don't already know them. As shown in the Primal Awareness spells table, these spells don't count against the number of ranger spells you already know. So at 3rd level, you get Speak with Animal, and at 5th level, you get Beast Sense. And then later on, you can get Speak with Plants, Locate Creature, and Commune with Nature. Yeah.
Speak with Plants!
It's 3 spells that you automatically get. Right, so this is called Primal Awareness, so it'll get added to your thing.
Hello, my beautiful. I'm going to eat you now.
Yeah, I hate you, but I need you for sustenance. Martial Versatility, level 4. So you get this as well from your level 4. Whenever you reach a level in this class that grants an ability score improvement, you can replace a fighting style you know with another fighting style available to rangers. So, you chose like whatever your fighting style was.
Hunter?
Yeah. So when you get to, I think it's level 8, and you can change it again, you can change it to different one. And you get a whole bunch of new ones as well. Blind Fighting, Druidic Warrior, and Thrown Weapon Fighting. These are also new ones. So, a bunch of other stuff you get. Those are what you get. Those are all the new expansion stuff you get. I don't think there's anything to do with your Hunter.
Deft, Explorer, Canny, Primal Awareness,
Yeah.
Favored Foe.
Yes.
Is
those are the things you want to sort of work on.
Okay.
Cool?
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice, yeah.
Right. So
are we doing rounds and coming back for other bits, or was that it?
No. Anytime you want to ask, you can ask, because I'll go through everybody and then I can come back and ask everybody what else, if there's any other questions, or if you've made decisions.
I'm just trying to like double check. I did the hit dice thing. I added the proficiency.
Oh, we haven't done that for Marcella. Actually, we need to do the hit dice.
I made a note down so that way I didn't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I looked at what ranger gives me at level 5, and I added them stuff. So I also get an extra attack, I think, and I just added some spells.
Okay.
But now I need to look at this new stuff and see if I want to change the spells.
Awesome.
I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I have to go take the washing upstairs. So we'll take a very quick break, just a few minutes. Get everyone a chance to replenish their drinks, and for those in chat to also replenish their drinks, and you guys to think about what it is we're going to do next. We'll come back with Shasta, and we'll level up Thundara. Let's not forget the hit dice. Oh, by the way, Kim, did you roll your hit dice, or is that just something you need to still do?
I think that's something I still need to do. I made a note of it. I can do that really quick.
Yeah, you can do your hit dice.
It's just command D20.
Oh no, don't do it in here. No, because this is not a good place to do it.
Okay, I can always roll it later when I find my dice.
Yeah, no. If you can do it in D20, you can do it in D&D Beyond if you want. If you open up D&D Beyond, there's got a dice roller, or you just search online for like a dice roller. And
Google has one built into the search engine.
Oh yeah, that's right. Google does. Like you can just literally put like roll D8. So yours is a D8, right? So what you want to do is you want to roll the D8, add your Constitution modifier, so whatever is on your plus, however many on your Constitution, and then add those to your total HP.
Okay, wait. I rolled the D8.
Yeah.
What
does it come to?
The D8 rolled was a 7.
7, perfect. 7 plus whatever's your Constitution modifier.
2.
Yeah, so that's 9. So now, whatever your current HP is, the maximum HP, add 9 to that. That's your new HP for this level. Yeah, so you're leveled up in your HP. Right, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back with Shasta. Right, I'll put you on the BRB screen. Hello, friends. We're back. I know we're one short, but she will be here in just a moment. Okay, so we're gonna now level up Thundara the Barbarian. Now, I think if I remember correctly, Thundara is gonna do something fun, right?
You motherfucker.
What? Whilst you're eating, isn't this what they do in restaurants? The moment you put food in your mouth, they come over and they'll be like, "Hello, sir, is everything okay with your meal?" Like, oh, it must be great then. Thanks, bye.
Right? Like,
So true.
you literally were like, all right, we'll come back. And I was like,
It's always just thumbs up from you.
we're really good.
Yeah.
Derek has an aggressive thumbs up when waiters do that to
Yeah.
him. He just goes,
See this thumb? Shove up your ass.
oh god.
Like,
But yeah,
would you
I'm
like
ready.
would you like a free meal? Oh, what was that? No. Okay, sorry. Okay, bye. I would totally do that though. If I was, I'd wait for them and then I'll troll them hard. Okay. You would like to multiclass, would you not?
I would. Thundara the Barbarian.
The Barbarian. We're gonna make this now. We're gonna make it a thing. Page 27. Now, so for those who are interested in multiclassing, instead of our character taking the next level of their class, so in this case, Thundara being a barbarian is level 4 at the moment. She could take level 5 barbarian and be a more powerful barbarian, but she has the option instead to sacrifice that going up 1 level in a barbarian, and she can actually take a level in any other class that she wants, provided she has the minimum required proficiency, or I guess minimum required ability in their main ability required score, I guess. So for example, a barbarian is strength. Their prime skill is strength. So you need points in that if you want to be a barbarian. For a bard, the bard's main skill, proficiency, is charisma, if I remember correctly. Charisma. And which means that if you want to multi-class into a bard, you have to have at least a score of 13 in your charisma. Right? And what's your ability score in charisma? 14. So you can make a pretty decent bard already. So if you were to do this, you would be the barbarian, level 4 barbarian, level 1 bard. Now with that, you not only get all of your previous everything that you currently have with a barbarian, you now get all of the things that a bard has in level 1.
Ooh.
Yeah? So
Yeah.
this means you get some extra features. You can now cast spells, and you know 2 spells already. Sorry, you know 2 cantrips, you know 4 spells, and you have 2 spell slots. So you get some cantrips, so you can now do some Kagim. But you also get, my favorite thing, Bardic Inspiration. So not only can Tan's not multi-class, you won't be able to level up as that main class. That's a terrible, yeah, exactly. So bad. She can't do anything. With Bardic Inspiration, you can inspire others through stirring words or music. To do so, use a bonus action on your turn to choose one creature other than yourself within 60 feet who can hear you, and that creature gets an inspiration die, a d6. So, anytime, any one time in the next 10 minutes, that creature can roll that inspiration die and add that number to any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it wants. So at the start of the battle, pick a character who might not be the best roller, someone who doesn't always land the hits, and not giving any names, I'm just saying someone who's not that great, and give them bardic inspiration so in case they miss a roll.
Smile.
So in case they miss a roll, they can add a d6 to it. So they could roll a d6 and add those numbers, and it might just make the difference. You know?
Cool. That's cool.
So
And where do I put this?
so you can just
This is-
add this as like in the on your sheet. You'll have the spells section, so you can add in the new spells that you're gonna learn. But for now, you can add all this stuff in your notes any way that you'll
Okay.
remember to look.
Okay. I might need you to proofread my character sheet.
Yeah, that's not a
Either
problem.
Dirk or Mo.
Now I'm going to see what optional class features you can have as a bard. The spells in the following... Oh, okay, so you get an expanded spell list as well. So you don't have to pick your spell now. We can look at it. But at first level, you can also choose between Color Spray and Command. And Command is pretty good. So that's the other things you get.
What is color spray?
I never really am a fan of Color Spray. I'll read the
Would
description.
Thundara be though?
I think she might be more of a fan of Command, to be honest.
Okay.
Hold on. Color Spray. Let me read the proper description to you. Color Spray. She might like it. Okay, so a dazzling array of flashing colored lights springs from your hand. Roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from you are affected in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with the creature that has the lowest hit points, each creature affected by this spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, so let you roll like 6d10. Let's say it's like the most, let's say it's, 60, right? That means creatures up to 60 hit points can get affected by this in a cone. So the first creature in front of you has 20 hit points, so then you've got 40 left for the next creature, and then the next creature, and it starts from the lowest though. So it's like, but if it's one enemy in front of you and that enemy has 100 hit points, it's not going to be affected, right? So you got to think of it that way. I don't really like it because all it does is you do all those dice rolls and everything. All you're doing is blinding a few people.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
fair.
Cool.
But think of the laser light shows we could put
The
on for our new band.
the laser light shows would be amazing. What?
It's sick.
But what I really love is what I really like command. You speak a one-word to command to a creature within range. The creature has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, or it has to follow the command on the next turn.
Ooh.
Yeah. It doesn't work on undead, or if it doesn't understand your language, or if the command is directly harmful to it. So you can't say like, you can't tell someone to jump off a bridge or something, right? But you can tell them to leave. You can literally shout at an enemy, or in your case, just sing the word leave, and then if they fail, they literally just have to turn and go away.
That's so sick.
I know, right?
Are there, because it would just be like in common, right? Are there creatures that don't understand common?
Yeah, there are some creatures that don't understand. For example, that chimera doesn't understand common.
I get it. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
But the best thing about this is that you don't have to use this in combat.
Right.
You can use this anytime, right? So
Yeah.
as long as it's a one-word command,
Can I use it on my party?
you can. In D&D, you can do anything to anybody, right? If you wanted to like slash an enemy, you could. But I don't know if it would be like fuck, and then it has to kind of happen. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that's like. It depends. That might be harmful to the creature if it was Thundara. So
There.
they might be like no.
No. Yeah, I want that. Let's do that.
Yeah, so you can add command to your to a spell that but again, the bard spell list, there are other spells as well. You get to know 4 spells, right? I think it is.
Is this stuff in the D&D handbook? Like
This is all in the
player's handbook?
D&D handbook, except the
Would you bring it down?
except command. Command isn't in there. That's an additional one.
Okay.
But the spell
Winter?
casting, you have the spells list for the bard, which is in D&D Beyond, and the spell list for the bard is, I mean, there's a lot at first level. I say there's a lot. If we just take first level spells, when it wants to.
You also have the one where you have to like diss the other person or something.
You have to what?
Like make fun of the other person.
Oh yeah, there is that one as well that you can do. Vicious mockery.
Which is fuckery.
Yeah. So that's a cantrip though. So
Yeah.
so
You
again.
fat ugly fuck, even your mom didn't want your ass.
So there's
It's
a
definitely
few
more than one word.
Yeah, so there is a few cantrips that you also get, right? I'll list them very quickly just so you can hear them, but you get 2 that you can use. Blade Ward, which is a defense one, Dancing Lights, Friends, Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, Minor Illusion, Prestidigitation, Thunderclap, which is not a sexually transmitted disease. True Strike, unless Thundara Clap is. So True Strike, Vicious Mockery. In terms of the first level spells that you can know, so you remember you can know 4 spells. You want command, that's great, but you can also choose from Animal Friendship, Bane, Charm Person, Comprehend Language, Cure Wounds, Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Dissonant Whispers. And go to the next page, please. Distort Value, Earth Tremor, Fairy Fire, Featherfall, Healing Word, Heroism, Hideous Laughter, Identify, Illusory Script, Long Strider, Silent Image, Silvery Barbs, Sleep, and then there's another Speak with Animals. There's Tasha's Hideous Laughter, Thunder Wave, Unseen Servant, and those are the level 1 spells that you get to choose from. There's a lot to select from. I will link you the D&D Beyond spell list for Bard, so you can go through all of these one by one and choose what ones you like. Because remember, you've got to pick 2 cantrips, and you've got to pick 4 spells that you know, but you have 1 spell slot. I will put this here, useful shit. I will tag you Thundara.
We're the best.
There you go. You should have it in the Vag Jazzle chat.
Yes, she's loading.
Yeah, it's taking D&D Beyond is running slowly today. Is everybody playing D&D tonight? What's going on? Is it D&D day?
I mean, do you have any like suggestions or thoughts on what might be interesting or best for Thundara?
It's all on Thundara. So that list, when you open it up, just organize it by, it should be organized by level already. So start with a bunch of cantrips. Okay, so for example, okay, let me just check I'm just checking out the Bard class again. You know 2 cantrips, and the Bard table shows you the, well, got a follow. Thank you so much for that follow. It's playing music now, so I can't hear anything.
It's a long list. A long, overwhelming list.
You have 2 spell slots and 4 known spells, 2 known cantrips that you can cast at will. If it were me, if I were Thundara, let's put it that way. I mean, if you want the light show, Dancing Lights is pretty cool. I think, knowing Thundara, she might go with Friends because she's always keen on making friends with everyone. But
And what is that one?
it means that you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at any one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards you. So that could be quite useful, let's say with a shopkeeper, and you're trying to persuade the shopkeeper to give you guys a lower price on stuff.
Mhm.
So you're haggling, persuading, that's charisma. So you can cast friends, and then you have advantage on all your charisma checks for a minute.
Okay.
So that's an option. Mage hand, the classic Scanlan's hand, but not as powerful because it's very low level.
Right.
Mending, it might be that Thundara would use mending if she's in a fight, her dress tears, she's like mending, right?
Character development stuff. Yeah.
I feel like that's a Thundara thing to like. Thundara would be like, yeah, I can already fight, that's great. Like when I fight, I don't use magic to fight, like I use my fists to fight. I'm going to use magic to make things look pretty, right? Or to fix my dress. So
That's true.
but that's kind of like how I think of it. The other one that's quite good is the thunderclap. I really like.
That's what I was just about to ask. What does that one do?
So you create a burst of thunderous sound that can be heard from up to 100 feet away, and each creature within range other than you has to succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 thunder damage.
Does that include my party or no?
Every creature within range.
I used that in our last campaign against a bunch of wolves that were chasing us.
Yeah, but the range is only 5. It says can be heard up to 100 feet away, but the range is only 5 feet around you. So if you are surrounded by enemies, Thundara takes out her giant hands infused with magic and does this giant clap, which can affect all those people who are around you. Literally everyone in one square around you. Everyone around will be able to hear, but only the people within 5 feet are going to be affected.
Like the likelihood of me actually hurting members of my party.
You wouldn't if there was someone next to you.
Okay. Gotcha.
That's pretty cool. Another one, I don't think you would do Vicious Mockery. I don't see that being a thing. Yeah, so for cantrips, I would say possibly Mending, possibly Thunderclap, potentially. Message is really good, but I don't feel like you would be intelligent enough to use a message when it would be wise to use a message. You'd probably just shout over the heads of everybody instead of trying to send a magical message over to a party member in secret. Again, I don't see Thundara. Again, it's Thundara's head. Like,
Yeah.
what's Thundara doing?
Right. I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the thunderclap.
Yeah. You get two, so...
The Friends was a cantrip, right?
Friends is also a cantrip, yeah?
And I get... You said 2.
Yeah. So you think about that. Someone just asked a question on the chat. I'm just going to see.
Yeah.
I've been on a campaign for 1 minute. I just killed a black young goat. A Cthulhu horror-like campaign's supposed to be this hard. Kid, I would say yes. Horror campaigns can certainly be very difficult and very creepy in the D&D world. Is this a pre-made campaign or is somebody running it for you? Okay. Okay, so have you thought about it, Thundara? It's okay if not, because you're not in a rush.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I think I'm between Friends and the Thunderclap.
Right.
I think I might go with those 2.
Yeah, okay. Write them down. You can always change them before next time, so...
Well, like, what else you explained mend, like I could mend my own stuff, but could I mend anything? Like,
so mend, you can mend anything. So I mean, you can't mend.
What about my broken heart?
Yeah, exactly. You can't mend a broken heart.
For you,
but
baby.
some examples that it does say that you can mend. So as long as the thing that you're trying to mend isn't larger than 1 foot, it should be
Okay.
fine. So you can mend tears in objects, like a single break or a single tear, a broken chain link, for example, or you can put, if a key is snapped in half, you could put it back together again. If a cloak is torn, you can put that back together again. If your bottle of water is leaking, you can fix that. Even if there's like a small crack in a wall, you can fix it. As long as it's not bigger than 1 foot, you can fix it.
I do kind of like that. Okay. Thunderclap and mend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm thinking more like, you know, one of your gems gets crushed, or,
Yeah.
you know, the Zephyr's feather gets crumpled, you know, something like that. You could.
I was just worried that like I was focused too hard on just being silly, goofy Thundara, and I'd get something useless and just. But like knowing that I can do other things. That's...
Yeah, I mean, it's helpful. And again, you know, Thundara's all about the looks, all about image.
True facts.
And she's already got a broken dress, so this in her mind will probably be like the first thing that comes to mind.
True. You smart cookie, Mo.
When it comes now, because you are thingying your HP, you now have the hit dice from your barbarian, which is what for barbarian? Let's just look. Actually, I've got your sheet in front of me. Let me just pull it up. So barbarian 4, your current HP is 50, which is fine, but the hit dice, where's that gone? Oh, you haven't written it down on your sheet. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just pull up my barbarian information. D12. There you go. Mega Mango's on the case. Thank you, Mega Mango.
Which one's that?
That's a D12, but that's not what you're going to roll right now.
Okay. Okay. That's what I would for.
No, you get a D8
No.
as a bard. Because you're taking level as a bard, you're going to roll
Right.
the D8 plus your constitution modifier to add to your hit points. So not everything's
Okay.
always an advantage, right? Obviously, if you went up bard, you would take a D12 and roll that. But because you're not, because you're taking this, you get a different one. But you do get an additional hit dice of the... So you get your hit dice of barbarians. Because, like, you know when you do a short rest, you get to roll one of your hit dice, right? What happens is that those hit dice that you get are all the D12s, because they're the barbarian. But now you also get... Now you get the bard one as well instead of taking another barbarian one. We'll worry about your hit dice numbers in a minute. Bard, yeah, it's a barbarian. That's correct, Mega Mango. It's like the meme. Yeah, the meme.
Just a meme to you.
Am I just a meme to you? So you can roll that D8 plus your constitution modifier and add that to your hit points, and then that's your HP done. Then I'll go into all the extra shizzle that you get as the barbarian that we haven't got into yet. The stuff that you get from Tasha that we haven't added.
So I'm rolling the 1d8 right now.
Yeah, you can roll it now.
7.
Okay, and plus your constitution modifier?
Which is the what? Oh, 8 plus 4,
There you go.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's 11. So your HP was 50, wasn't it?
Yes.
So now it's 61.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
She's spicy.
Nice. And 7 is a pretty good roll, even if it wasn't a D12, that would have been a good roll. If you guys remember, I have one homebrew rule for rolling for health, if you remember. If you roll a 1, you always get to re-roll 1 time. Because I hate that you level up and then you roll a 1 on your hit dice. It upsets me as a player, and so as a DM, I don't like that you could roll a 1. So I'll allow 2 rolls. Now, barbarian. we've talked about the bard and the extra shit you get from Tasha. Let's backtrack you now to your barbarian and give you all the extra shit from Tasha's that we can.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, the barbarian. Now, you've already picked your primal path. That's okay. When you reach... Okay, optional class features. Okay, so when you reach 3rd level, so you've already done this, you've already reached 3rd level, we're going to add it to you now. You get primal knowledge, which means that you gain proficiency in one skill of your choice from a list of skills available to barbarian at 1st level. So you would have already had your list of skills that you could be proficient in, and you would have chosen a bunch of those.
I would have.
You should have. All the things on your sheet that are starred. So you've got athletics, intimidation, and survival. They're
The little dot next
dotted.
to the skill.
Sorry, yeah, they're dotted.
You were both what? You were talking at the same time.
So on your sheet where it says skills, there's things like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, all of those things.
Oh, yeah.
3 of those have dots on them.
Yes. Okay.
That means that you're proficient in those, so you can see it's got a +2, +2, +2.
Right.
That proficiency is now a +3.
Oh, for one of them?
Hold on a second, wait. Give me 2 seconds. I have to check this one out now. For multiclassing, your proficiency bonus, I think, is an amalgam of all of your levels together. So your 4 + 1 is 5, so you should still get a +3 proficiency bonus. CG can probably tell me. Oh, hold on. Also, CG asked me a question. I've missed this question. CG, when you get a tick, could I get a reminder of which source books you... Oh yeah, CG, Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Tasha's Cauldron, and Monsters of the Multiverse. Hopefully that is the answer that you're looking for. Also, CG, if you're there, can you tell me the proficiency bonus will still go up if you multiclass, right? Because I think it takes the overall level for proficiency bonus. So if it was a 2, you'll still get a 3 in proficiency bonus if you take level 4 in one thing and level 1 in another thing. Just checking. If you multiclass, yes, it's your overall, right? So at the top, on your sheet, it says 2 proficiency bonus. That 2 turns into a 3.
Okay.
And everywhere where you've got a little dot on your sheet, all of those skills and saving throws, add another 1 to those now.
Okay.
So whatever they were, because that's what you're proficient in, that means that's what you're the best at. And now because you've gained another level in being the best at what you're best at, that increases by 1. It happens every few levels. And the skills that you get to choose something in. Hold on, I just need to check this now. What are your bard skills? Yeah, okay. Animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, survival. You chose intimidation, survival, athletics. So you get to pick another one to be proficient in. Out of... You can choose animal handling, nature, or perception. So you get this for free. You get another thing that instead of it being plus whatever, you can make it another 3.
I like perception.
Perception? Okay, so your current perception is +1, so now it becomes +4.
Oh.
So whenever I'm like, do a perception check for me, it's now +4.
Thank God.
Yeah?
Because wisdom's the only thing that Thundara has to fall back on to actually play the game.
Exactly. So it makes complete sense with the character that her wisdom should increase.
Amazing.
Especially for perception. So it's really interesting actually, because now you're just perceiving everything a bit better than you did before. That's Let me see if there's anything else you get. I think that's all you get from at this level from Tasha. So thank you, Tasha.
So all that's changed is I have the plus whatever, so which I did that. But command, mend, and then primal knowledge.
Yeah, which is what we just added, the perception. Yeah, and then you get to choose your 4 spells.
Right, and you sent me that.
And 2 spell slots. Yeah, but there's a lot of spells. Everything that's got first level next to it, you can choose 4 of those. So just go with what Thundara would choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some of them can be pretty decent spells. So.
And not cantrips, actual spells.
Not the you've already chosen your cantrips.
Just double checking. I get nervous.
I know. We're still going to be here a while, so don't worry. We will come back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Dirk.
All right.
You're going to do your. Oh yeah. I want to know what you've chosen. Let's see.
I think I'm going to multi-class as a fighter.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Agreed.
I did not see this one coming, but this is okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to bring up your character sheet. Where's your sheet? Come on, load. It's taking forever to load. Load. There you go. You can't.
No?
No, because the primary is strength for a fighter, and your strength is 9. It has to be at least 13.
I thought that dexterity was an alternate to strength for fighter.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, first. Oh yeah, strength or dexterity. Depending on whether you want to focus on melee weapons or archery. Right, you're absolutely right. No, you can. You can, because your dexterity is 13. So you can do this.
Big brain.
Oh, nice. Okay, right. Before we get to that, let me give you the extra stuff that you get because it might affect some scores or some stuff, right? So let's just double check it. Let's see the extra warlock stuff you get, if anything. Page 70. Okay, class features. Additional warlock spells, so that's fine. You get to choose a bunch of additional spells, some new cantrips, and then later as 3rd level spells. But your new cantrips, you can choose Booming Blade, Green Flame Blade, Lightning Lure, Mind Sliver, and Sword Burst. All of those are in Xanathar's Guide.
Okay.
So they won't be in the normal D&D handbook. So you may have to look at that. You've already chosen your pact.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is one other thing you can do now. At 4th level, what you would have gained, and I can give this back to you, is Eldritch Versatility, which is whenever you reach a level in this class that grants you an ability score improvement, which you would have got then, you can do one of the following representing a change of focus in your occult studies. So you can either replace a cantrip, pact magic feature with another cantrip from a warlock spell list, replace the option you choose for the pact boon feature with one of the features from the other options, and then if you're 12th level or higher. I don't think this really makes any difference to you though.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise you don't get anything.
Okay.
So no extra stuff. I just want to check. But fighter, now we're starting from the beginning with fighter. Let's see what you choose at 1st level. Is it anything decent? 1st level, when you choose a fighting style, the following styles are added to your list of options. You get to choose a fighting style, so you get some new fighting styles. In addition to what we choose. So let's take a look first at how we're gonna make your fighter. So you get fighting style in 2nd wind already. Now, from your fighting style, there are you've got the archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, two weapon fighting. I'm guessing you were going to go archery.
Well, I kind of have to because I don't have any strength.
Yeah, so you want to be a fighter from a distance, a little bit like how Snickle is.
Yeah.
Kind of like a ranger style, right, in the background. Okay. And that gives you a +2 bonus attack, a bonus attack rolls, right, to range weapons. Cool. I'll tell you what the other options are in case you might want to pick one of these from the expansions. Okay. Blind fighting. You have blind sight with a range of 10 feet. Within that range, you can effectively see anything that isn't behind total cover, even if you're blinded or in darkness.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so you can basically see in darkness 10 feet, or even be blinded and still see 10 feet. Moreover, you can see an invisible creature within range, unless that creature successfully then has to hide from you. So not only do they have to be invisible, they then have to explicitly hide from you by taking a hiding on their turn.
Okay.
Right? But if they're within 10 feet, it's going to be tricky. That's one fighting style. The other one, interception. When a creature you see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you, you can use a reaction to reduce the damage. I don't think that's a very Welvrin thing to do, though. I think Welvrin wouldn't be like, I'm going to help somebody else. Superior technique. You learn one maneuver of your choice from among those available to the Battle Master archetype. If the maneuver you use requires your target to make a saving throw to resist the effects, the saving throw will now equal 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity modifier, and you gain a superiority die, which is a d6. This die is then used to fuel your maneuvers. Superiority die is expended when you use it. And then there's a whole list of like the specific Battle Master archetype maneuvers that you can choose. I think some are like menacing attack or something like this, something like that. So you can then roll a superiority die to kind of, yeah. Again, I don't know how much you would be. This is interesting. I don't know if you'll be interested in this one. Similar to the archery, you get a thrown weapon fighting. So you can draw any weapon that has a thrown property. And when you hit with that, you gain a +2 bonus to the damage. So not to the attack roll itself, but to the damage itself. So there's that option. Unarmed fighting. Your unarmed strikes can deal bludgeoning damage equal to 1d6 plus your strength. That's not going to be very good for you. So I still think archery probably makes the most sense, or thrown weapon. But if it's thrown weapon, you're going to have a lot of sort of thrown weapons. You'll have to have like lots of, either have to like go buy like loads of like ninja stars or something, you know, like.
Yeah. No, so archery makes the most amount of sense for right now, but I'm interested in the blind fighting because I have darkness as a known spell.
Yeah.
And I can cast that on myself and then go fuck stuff up while they can't see me.
Yeah, that is a very classic. In fact, lots of people do that in Baldur's Gate 3. They do that warlock move, and they basically be like, just cast darkness, but I can see in darkness, and then I'm just going bam, 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 kill everything. Because later on, as a warlock, you get to see in darkness anyway, so you have the ability to be able to. It's one of your other spells. Okay. So yeah, it is interesting.
So that might not actually be beneficial, long term if I can gain that elsewhere.
The thing is, for you, being Welvrin, the chance of you casting darkness and then getting within 10 feet of enemies is very unlikely. Given that everything you do is from a distance and you're not very strong and you don't have high AC, I don't see Welvrin putting himself right up front to an enemy. Unless it was like absolutely necessary, even in which case he would run away as quickly as possible, not cast darkness and then try and stay within 10 feet of the enemy at all times.
That's fair.
Feels weird. Feels very not. That would make sense if Thundara would do that, because Thundara's always up in the enemy's face with high AC and lots of health.
Yep.
So casting, making the enemy blind, and then fucking them up. That would be a wise Thundara if she went barbarian fighter, you know, but she didn't because she wanted to be a barbarian. So why not?
Well, and then here's my other question: at what level do we start getting ability score improvements?
The next ability score improvement, I think, is level 8.
Level 8. Okay.
Yes, you did one at 4 already, and then the next one is at 6.
6. Okay.
Fighter.
So that's the next one.
Wait for fighter. Let me check. It's the same for warlock, I think. Just give me 2 seconds to just bring it up. Excuse me, warlock class. There we go. I just need my table. Ability score improvement for a warlock happens at 8. So it's either 6 or fighter, 8 for warlock. So it changes for different people.
Yeah. Okay. Because here's kind of the thing that I'm looking at, like long term, is if multiclassing into fighter and then following the Eldritch Knight path, because that gets me more spells, and kind of the whole premise of Welvrin is to become powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm heading, and I'm just concerned that, like, I might be shit at fighting, but I'm concerned that limiting myself to archery will limit that path. If that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe. Let me just check. Hold on a second, because you get the action surge at level 2, so you can use an additional attack. Then you get your martial archetype at level 3, which you can go, like you said, the Eldritch Knight, which you would want to do. Combines martial mastery, counter all fighters with careful study of magic. Uses magical techniques similar practice those by wizards. Abjuration, evocation, additional protection in battle. Evocation deals damage to many foes at once, so you get area of effect. You third level, you'll get your martial prowess and ability to cast spells. Cantrips, 2 cantrips of your choice. Spell slots, so you then get additional spell slots for being on Eldritch Knight. I mean, there's no reason why you can't be an Eldritch Knight and still be archery, because again, I guess the spells you choose can all still be from distance.
Okay, yeah.
You also get the weapon bond at 3rd level, so you learn a ritual that creates a magical bond between yourself and one weapon.
Okay.
The weapon must be within your reach throughout the ritual. Yeah, once that's done, you can't be disarmed of that weapon. You can summon that weapon as a bonus action on your turn, letting it teleport to you instantly from anywhere.
That's handy.
Yeah, so like, let's say if you had to like go into the prison and they're like, no weapons are allowed, and you're like, okay, fine, keep them at the guard's table, and then you go into the prison and you're down in there, and then you're just like, summon my weapon, boom, and it just appears in your hand, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Mjolnir.
Yeah. Mjolnir.
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 I know things.
You do, yeah. And so, but instead of flying through all the enemies, it will just appear in your hand. Jonathan, that's right, Michelle. Jonathan. So yeah, I mean, he is cool, but that's level 3 fighter. So you would basically then stem your warlock at 4, go up 3 in fighter, and then merge the 2 kind of things, gaining yourself more spell slots and more cantrips. There's, I mean, you can do that. You can go sorcerer as well if you wanted to go down that route to open up your spell slots instantly, and do more.
Yeah,
but you're thinking more like right now.
Right now, kind of expanding, because in future levels, if we get back, if I quit my job,
if you quit your job,
I can use magic freely.
Yeah.
So it's not as big of a deal. But for right now, I think it makes the most sense to become semi-proficient in some sort of non-magical fighting.
Yeah, so that you're not completely useless if people are around.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Just
because I mean, obviously, I'm effective when people aren't around.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So I think that we'll go with the archery then.
Okay, that's cool. So in that case, then the things you get right now, you'll get the hit dice for the fighter.
Okay.
Which is 1d10, which I think is higher than your. Is that the same or higher than your warlock?
I think that's this. I think it's higher.
Higher. So you get to roll the 1d10 plus your Constitution modifier for your HP.
Okay. Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, you can do it now.
All right. So that is a 4, 6.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Shasta, we get to choose your skill proficiencies as well for Barbarian, which we didn't do. So we need to do that as well. We'll do that in a minute. And plus your saving throw proficiencies, because you get those as well now. Okay. So have you added that then, Dirk?
Yeah, so that brings me up to 40.
Nice. Okay. And then don't forget to up your proficiency bonus to 3 and give you a bump in everything that you're proficient with.
Yeah, that's a pretty considerable bump.
Yeah. Cool. Now, your skills, level 1, you get to choose 2 skills to be proficient in.
Okay.
You can choose between acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, and survival.
All right. So, can you run through those one more time?
Acrobatics.
Okay.
Animal handling, athletics, history, insight, intimidation, perception, survival.
All right, I think I'm going to go for history and insight.
Okay, cool. And they're not ones that you already are proficient in, are they?
No.
Okay, cool. History and insight, nice. Okay, and then you go down your archery, so you get the +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with a ranged weapon. Do you have a ranged weapon?
No, so I'm gonna have to get
You're
one.
You're gonna have to go and procure one from the shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get one.
That's okay.
I thought that I had one, but I guess I don't.
No, that's all right. Cool. And then you get second wind. So you have a limited well of stamina you can draw on to protect yourself. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. So 1.
Okay.
And you have to finish a long or short rest before you can use it again.
Okay.
So there's that. Right. So that's you, Shastas. We're going to give... Oh, how's the maple? Now we get to give you some proficiencies. Hello, maple. Okay. So you get to choose, in addition to the proficiencies you already have. Oh, wait. Choose any 3. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
That's pretty OP. You can choose any 3 you like.
Are you sure it's correct?
That's what it says. Choose any 3.
That I'm not already proficient
that you're not
with?
already proficient in, that you want to be proficient in.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Thundara would probably like performance.
Yeah, of course, that makes a lot of sense. So your performance is currently +2.
Yes.
Now you get to add 3 on top of that, so it becomes +5.
Alright.
Which again makes complete sense for a bard.
Maybe persuasion?
Yeah, so that also becomes a +5.
And then good girl. I don't know. I don't know what else. Oh, would I be able to do perception, or is that what I already did?
You already did perception. That should be.
Oh, I didn't tick it.
Yeah, that should be 4 at the moment. Yeah, you have to tick the box as well. I would say probably another one that you would probably choose. Nothing with intelligence, because that is not what you would do. Either go for something that's strength based if you haven't already, or something charisma based. So you've done performance.
Strength based.
I think you've already got athletics, which is the strength one.
Yeah.
The other one that might make sense is acrobatics, because it's similarly related to athletics, but a bit more finessey.
Right.
Which could be a good one to do.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, or you can go the animal handling route, since that you have a dog now, so maybe that's helped you increase. I don't know. It's really your choice.
Let's do acrobatics. I kind of like that I might be not great with the dog.
Okay, so that's +4 then. The acrobatics becomes 4. And don't forget to tick it as well.
Yeah.
Cool. Nobody else multi-classed, so I think the others are fine. Right. Snickle, did you think of any spells that you wanted, or are you all good now?
I think I just finished reading all the extra stuff, and I think I only get 2-3 ritual things unless I change my archetype.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, as in, like, I added what did I add? I added the favored foe thing, which is cool. I get 3 of those per long rest. I think I'm keeping the hunter archetype thing.
Yeah.
And primal awareness gives me speak with animals and beast sense right now.
Nice. Okay.
That's the... And Deft Explorer doubled my proficiency thing, which we did already.
Yep.
And I learned 2 new languages, Giant and Dwarvish.
Cool. Why not? I mean, you can speak to Thundara now. It actually makes a lot of sense, because you're always on her back, so you guys can talk in Giant to each other.
Whisper Giant in her ear.
Yeah. Secretly give commands that nobody else would be able to understand.
Did she get command as well?
And no, it's in like speak to. Yeah, she's got command, as in to command people. Yeah, but she can speak Giant, if I remember correctly, because I think Goliaths all speak Giant. So, Kim, was there anything else on yours that you needed to think about or add?
No, not really. I just finished writing out my stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I even color coded them so I can find them easily.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I think in that case, then we're all pretty good. I mean, you guys can rest and have your long rest, and basically free up your spell slots, regain your key points, get your hit points back up to maximum, get your sheets fully cleared up and ready, and then send them all back to me so I can update them. We obviously have people that we still need to level up, like Kesa and Tan, and that's it. No, and CG, but I think CG will do his own, so that's not going to be a problem.
I still haven't chosen the spells.
Yeah, but we can go through them if you like. We've got time.
Yeah, I just had a question about a couple of them and like what you might think for Thundara.
Okay.
I don't have the book thingy unlocked for Silvery Barb, so I was wondering what that was.
Which one?
Silvery Barbs.
Silvery Barbs. Hold on, that's in Xanathar's. Yeah. 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Spells 147. silvery. Hold on, get into it. Is that a cantrip or just a normal?
It looked like it was just a normal spell slot, but I think it's on the first page. Let me flip over to it.
Is it?
Hey,
It is, yeah. And that's a bard one, isn't it? From the new stuff.
Yeah.
Hold on, optional class features 27.
Dirk.
Oh no, that should just be normal. I think that's a normal one. Hold on. Silvery.
Can you feed her?
Yeah.
Thank you. Here's the scoop. Get your Berkey.
Silvery barbs. Yeah, it's just
silvery
it's a normal
barbs.
one. Oh no, it's in the. Why is that in Strixhaven? Okay, that's not in a book that we're using, so don't worry about that one.
Okay.
Why is that even listed?
I don't know.
That's so silly that it's listed under the bard spells in the player's handbook. Oh, hold on. No, it's because we didn't choose. We haven't the filter. We didn't choose it to only be from the normal book. That's why there's so many. My bad. Select sources should be player's handbook. Hold on, I can resend you the list. 1 second.
I think everything else on the list is
Is it?
available.
Okay, that's fine then.
I'm gonna rule out speaks with animals. Yeah, so I already have 4, but I was hoping you could tell me if, like, oh yeah, I don't think Thundara would do that since I don't know them very well.
Tell me.
Charm person, detect magic, earth tremor, and heroism. Not really sure what heroism is.
So detect magic, absolutely not.
Oh, I didn't mean to add that one to the list. I'm sorry. My bad. I meant cure wounds.
Cure wounds. Again, I don't really see Thundara as someone caring about getting hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
I see Thundara as just, I see Thundara as just being like, oh, it's just a scratch.
But if it was Marcella,
yeah, I feel more heroism makes more sense because
didn't they need 4?
Yeah, you do need 4. But so one of them, heroism, a willing creature you touch is imbued with bravery. So until the spell ends, that creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of its turns. So your spellcasting modifier is, as a bard, your spellcasting spell save DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier, but that is not what I'm looking for. Ability modifier. Spell. Oh, so your charisma modifier.
Oh,
what's the modifier?
That is +2.
+2. So yeah. So basically, if you did that, then the person would roll a 2. Oh, not roll. They would basically get 2 extra hit points at the start of each of their turn. So they can't be frightened. So you touch them, and then they become brave. So then they can't be frightened, and they gain temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier. So that means it doesn't stack, though.
Right.
Like, temporary hit points don't stack, but it means, like, let's say you made Marcella brave. So you give her 2 hit points extra. Then she gets hit, loses some hit points at the start of her turn again. She gets the 2 temporary hit points back. If she doesn't lose any hit points, she doesn't get new ones. You can't stack them on top of each other. But yeah, and then when the spell ends, it lasts for 1 minute. But when it ends, then they then lose all those temporary hit points, which is fine. When
Derek, you had a vine stuck to your butt. Sorry.
And when you go up, you can add another creature as well. So you can keep adding creatures to be brave. And I feel that's more a Thundara thing. Being like, you could do it, Marcy.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. So, and what was the so cure wounds? Okay, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I crossed that one off.
Not sold on it.
The other one was it was the Thunder Wave.
Yeah, Thunder Wave's a good one.
It has my name in it.
Yeah, Thundara Wave, we'd call it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I actually quite like Thunder Wave as a spell. It's quite cool. A 15-foot cube originating from you, they have to take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they take 2d8 thunder damage, and they're pushed away 10 feet from you. Yeah, I use it all the time to knock people out like into the chasms in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yes, I like that. And then Earth Tremor.
Yeah, Earth Tremor's another relatively decent one.
I was going through and none really popped out at me for Thundara. Like, I would like it, but I wasn't sure if it would relate to her. So if you have any in your head that you think,
I'll look at them in a second. So the Thunder Wave. So remember that's 10 feet around you, but affects everybody. So anyone who is in 10 feet around you have to make a dexterity saving throw. If they fail, they take 1d6 bludgeoning damage and they're knocked over. And if the ground is already loose earth or stone, it then becomes difficult terrain.
Damn, you're right. I thought it might be beneficial since I'm usually the one.
Yeah. Like, no, I think it's very beneficial.
But even with the fact that now Marcella is the one that's going to kind of be running out in front and I'll always be right.
Well, it depends whose turn is first. You could be fighting multiple enemies. She could be on one enemy, you could be on another enemy.
Okay.
Right, so there's a bunch of different things you can think about with Earth Tremor. You may even cast Earth Tremor before any enemy comes at you. There may be loose earth. You go there and cast Earth Tremor, so that earth becomes difficult terrain. So you don't do it to damage anybody, but you do it to fuck up the environment to make it more difficult for them to cross.
Right.
It kind of filters them down, and then you can get them one by one as they try and cross this difficult terrain. Makes them slow.
That's smart. Yeah, I like that. And then Charm Person.
I like that one for your girl. Again, it uses the charm. You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. It does so with advantage if your companions are fighting it, but so if you're not fighting, it's fine. If it fails a saving throw, it's charmed until the spell ends. The charmed creature regards you as friendly. Not everybody else, but just you. But when the spell ends, it will know it was charmed by you, but it lasts for 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Right? And it's always fun if you charm a creature, like an enemy, and leave it alive, and then leave. Because that could then start a whole vengeance arc for that character to come after you in your sleep one day when you least expect it.
Oh, good.
Basically, don't leave anyone alive.
Aren't you that guy I saw on TV last night? I like that a lot.
It's just you start getting letters in the post being like, I know what you did last session. You're like, no.
Amazing. And then none really spoke out to me, so I thought maybe speaks with animals, so I could talk to the rat or to the dog.
Princess Bloodlust, yes. That would also make sense.
Go bite him in the ass.
I will just quickly look at them and see if there's anything that I think screams Thunder at me. Just give me a second to pull it up. Tip top, tip top, tip top. Should we go to some festive, upbeat music now?
Yes, I'm feeling so festive and so upbeat.
I'm digging this.
Kim looks so sad. Kim, are you okay?
Me?
She's like, no.
Yeah, no, I'm totally good. I'm reading. I'm deep concentration. Yeah, I was deep zone reading.
You sweet little biscuit.
God, I wish this website loaded quicker.
Yeah, it's been super slow.
Bane is interesting, but it feels more like maybe not you.
It felt a little villainous.
I like the idea of disguise self for Thundara.
Yeah, too, but then I thought Thundara thinks she's perfect as she is. And she can't really improve perfection.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't dress herself down in any situation.
No. She wouldn't like change her hair or something.
Maybe.
She'd be like, what? I want like blonde hair today. I'm feeling rainbow hair today. I'm feeling.
Can't go not pink.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I don't,
it only lasts for 1 hour
maybe
anyway.
Put it in a ponytail.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's fine. Let's check the next page.
Like Shasta likes it. Thundara, I don't think would get much use out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. Let me just check everything else.
Rub some dirt in it.
Mm-hmm. There's the hideous laughter again. Doesn't really feel like a Thundara thing to do.
Yeah.
No, nothing to do with writing.
My poor sweet dumb baby.
Touch. Long strider, you can increase your speed by 10 feet. I feel like that might make sense if she's like, touch myself to increase my speed by 10 feet so I can reach the enemies quicker.
Right.
You should be like, oh man, that enemy is like 40 feet away, and Thundara's like, I got this, boom, and just runs 40 feet and then attacks.
That's the thing with these sort of spells though, like it doesn't count as an attack, so you can't use an extra attack when you do that, right?
Yeah, but if you do it before the fight starts, because it lasts for 1 hour.
Have to know to do that.
Yeah. Or it'd be your action. Yeah.
Oh, I'm in a predicament.
No, it's just an idea.
But now I'm stuck between Speaks with Animals and that, because it would be pretty sick to be like, hey, Princess Bloodlust, go get me a cookie from the bakery.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Once again, probably wise to look at non-combat or reaction spells, to be honest. Action-wise, it's probably rare that smacking them with your weapon won't be the best choice. I'm not sure if you can cast spells while in rage. Yeah, no, you can't. If you're raging, you can't cast any spells. That's one thing to remember. If you choose to rage.
Okay.
You can't cast spells.
Does that make one of those better than the other?
No, not at all. Like, you don't have to use them all. You don't rage every time. Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole point of you going Bard isn't really for battle.
No. It'd just be cool if it was benefiting both.
Yeah, the whole point of this is for you to be a Bard.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? If it's a long day, you might want to hold on to your rages as CG. I mean, it would be really funny if... Okay, so it would be really funny if Thundara sort of takes this bardic line, this bardic path, but isn't really aware of how the magic kind of works properly, because she doesn't really have that intelligence. She's like, oh, this would be cool, and you find some books and you like look at them, but you don't really know what you come up.
And all of a sudden there's sizzles coming out of me.
And it's like, you could, like, for example, let's say you take sleep, right? and then when you're playing your flute in the tavern, you accidentally cast sleep and send everyone to bed with your music, like just completely like not meaning to, but more of like as a character, more of like an accidental. Oh, whoops! I was like, I didn't mean to do that.
That me?
It's tricky because when you have somebody who is like, we have to think like, okay, cool, you've become a bard and you know some spells, but how did you learn these spells in this world? Right? Do you see what I mean? The other guys know magic. Like Welvin already knows magic, so he would understand like a lot of stuff to do with magic. Marcellus Monk is more like I'm channeling my inner my inner chi, you know, and strengthening my resolve as a monk.
Right.
That's why I'm able to do these extra things, because I'm a better monk. Whereas you're like, I'm a barbarian, but all of a sudden I'm going to be able to start doing magic. Maybe it would be better if the spells chosen were accidental. If you're down for it, what we could do is, instead of like you choosing the spells, anytime you play music or sing, we'll just roll a random dice and see what spell comes up.
I love this.
And then it can just have an effect and you will have no idea what it is.
I love this so much. We can do that?
I'm the DM, we can do whatever we want. I'm just trying to make it work in the world. See ya, Anna? I'm just trying to make it make sense in the world that I've created, so I can do what I want, really. But it feels more realistic to me that you wouldn't necessarily kind of choose, because where are you going to find these magic books to learn about bard spells? Who's teaching you this?
Would I be able to keep one choice, but it would make sense as like I would stumble upon it, like I would want to keep heroism, and I'd automatically already be encouraging Marcella. Would that work?
Your flute is going to be your magical kind of I don't know the word I'm looking for. It's that's going to be the thing that channels the magic. So in a battle, would you think to pick up a flute and start playing it aimed at Marcella? If you knew about magic, if you knew that that's what you were doing, you would. Right?
Dang it. Okay.
I would say maybe the cantrips you can keep. Things like mend.
Oh yeah.
Would be quite useful. I would say you can probably mend something, and you might stumble on that by accident. You're just like singing while you're repairing your dress or something, and it kind of just does it by itself, and you're like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is going on? What was my other cantrip again?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, command. It was command.
Command. Again, I would see Thundara use command, because she would like tell an enemy to do something and maybe stumble on it. Yeah. I like the idea of the DM deciding when you thematically innately suddenly know a spell, partly because it's not happening to me. Well, I didn't even think you would know it. It might be that you are playing and maybe it does send everyone to sleep, and then I might make you roll a check to see if you knew that you did that, or you didn't.
That's a lot of fun. I'm super down.
Okay. Well, mark that on your list then. We'll basically be like, randomly when I play an instrument, we have to roll for a spell.
My note is saying, fuck it.
This is what I love about Homebrew D&D. Like, just being able to custom shit like this, just on the fly, is a lot of fun.
Such a good idea, Mo.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm excited. And I am a little bit Thundara. I like not having to choose, and I like not having to think about having to choose.
It's not that. I think more than anything, it's like you invite the chaos. You're not like a min-max player where you're like, I need to make my character be exactly like this. Like, you've foreseen all of Thundara's kind of like, she's going to be the strongest barbarian. It's going to be exactly like this. It's going to work like that. You're just like, I'm open to ideas. I can evolve.
well, as long as I don't die, I'm happy.
Yeah.
This is my favorite thing that has ever happened is Thundara. She's love of my life.
And Derek's upstairs being like, okay, geez, wow, thanks, guys.
He's fine. He's good.
Cool.
I'm good.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you like your character so much.
I love her.
Good. You made her all by yourself.
I did.
All right. Are there other questions? Because I think we can finish pretty soon then, guys, because, I mean, you can take your long rests and fill out your character sheets and update everything. But otherwise, I think we're good.
Think so?
Oh, I've just got Other Mo's character sheet. I'm going to download it now.
Oh, yeah. Is it okay if I make Derek proofread mine and then I'll send it later?
Yeah, of course. It's all good.
Who beans?
Let me see,
Because
Snip.
I guarantee I put all of these in the wrong place.
It may take me a moment to get it back to you because I want to rewrite
No.
everything.
Take all,
because for some reason,
all the time you need.
Yeah, just for some reason, the Word document, like I was drawing everything in there and writing everything in there. It's just like, it's glitching a lot for some reason. And it's always done that. And I'm just kind of getting sick of it. So I think I'm going to type it all up.
Yep, that's absolutely fine. Yeah. You can do that. Remember that you can, if it's easier for you, you can start making it in D&D Beyond, so it fills out the numbers for you, and you can print that as a PDF as well. So in case you're worried that you've made mistakes and stuff, you can do it that way as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, because you're still in the Pants party, so if you do it from the Pants party, you should have access to all of the rulebooks, but you won't have access to like Tasha's Cauldron. But I can tell you those things separately, or you can add them because I've already told you what they are.
Right.
Call me a Jigglypuss?
Jigglypuff.
What?
Was that when I was picking my spells? And
Yeah.
That's funny.
Good stuff. All right, guys, if there's nothing else, I think we can call it a day. I think we've done actually quite good for this session. We didn't have any action, but at least I think we've properly leveled up now and all together in a relatively decent way. And we've come up with some new fun for Thundara.
I'm so freaking excited!
I know. Cool. Oh.
Be kind to me. Be kind.
What have I done? I gave you a fucking amulet, and now I'm giving you chaos spells. Like, Jesus, what more do you want?
Mo, for some strange and crazy reason, I don't fully trust you.
What have I ever done to deserve this? Chaos emeralds? She got a chaos. She got some kind of chaos emeralds. She got an amulet that she can use to frighten people.
Oh, yeah,
well, it gives her the ability to scare people through her voice. She doesn't know how it works, but it works.
I don't know how much works.
No.
I know talk to would.
But yes, Chaos Emeralds from Sonic, I know. Cool. All right. Is everybody happy? Should we call it a day?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody. Thanks all for watching. Obviously, we're not raiding out. We're on YouTube and the old Twitch as well. So we'll say goodnight to you now. I will be back on Tuesday, where I'll be playing probably Fallout and or Stardew Valley. I can't decide. Otherwise, everybody have a wonderful night, afternoon, morning, and all the rest of it. Yes, there's the Discord link. You can also !YouTube. Go and subscribe to the YouTube if you aren't already. Thank you very much, and I will see you all another time. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.